It reminds me, I watched
Clean out toenails.
I watched a
Dried
video
grapes.
about a thing. There was this
Eat
phenomenon,
raisins.
and it's been all over. It was in California, New Mexico, Indiana, all around the United States. There was this thing that started happening where entire towns, and I believe the first one was in New Mexico. The entire town, the majority of people inside of the town, like 90%, were able to hear this super high pitched, like squeaking sound, like constant, like a ringing in everybody's ears. And as soon as you would leave a vicinity of the town, it would disappear.
That's awesome. Maybe
And
that's like
people didn't know where it's
radio.
coming from. They had acousticologists. I don't know how to say acoustologists. I don't know what it is, but they had sound experts, and all these scientists come in various cities trying to figure it out. They never did. It has it's been debilitating for some people, even driving one person to suicide.
Oh my.
And it even got to the point where there were reportings of windows shattering and like light bulbs bursting. And they never figured out what it is, and it's still happening. One of them it was all over. There was one in Kankakee, Indiana. There's a city in Indiana.
I feel like yeah, like obviously there's probably some truth to that, but I feel like also there could be some things that like they're relating that sound to that are just unrelated to the sound. Because like windows and shit,
you're totally right.
Easily for no reason. Like I've seen that happen. Like
I have
the whole
some
entire
follow up to that.
glass, like tempered glass door can just fucking shatter.
They tried to figure it out, and there was one thing where
might just
in
be
the one area that it was the worst was near Detroit. There's a little like factory on kind of an island in one of the rivers, kind of in between Michigan and Canada, and it's run by the Canadian government. But it has it had tons of like U.S. troops around it.
It's those freaking Canadians. They're up to something suspicious.
Yeah, they are.
They always are, dude. What was your follow-up, Josh?
They check underground.
Oh, so this actually relates. There was like a Canadian American embassy one time, and the people there, they started hearing a ringing noise, and it got so bad to where they had to evacuate, and they were like in pain, and some of them even had like brain damage. So look up like acoustic attacks and stuff. Ryan's very excited, and we're talking about conspiracy theories. But
No,
yeah, that probably ties in, I guarantee.
Oh yeah, it's a thing. They called it the hum, the unexplained noise. 2% of people
like the blip or the blub.
I don't like that
crook.
name. That's scary.
It's either like I know it is like
it started in the 70s.
It's either one side of it is just like something geographical or like something natural that's unexplained, or just like full like fucking like something with like the government or something.
It
like,
definitely is. Come on, it's always the government. Polybius and MK Ultra. Come on.
The whole world is the government.
I actually think the COVID
created by
the one world order. Oh my god.
Do you guys actually think COVID was
Call it a pandemic?
I'm getting my vaccine, guys. Are you happy?
Me too.
Yeah, I'll get it too.
It has a Wikipedia page. The hum is the name often given to widespread reports of a persistent and invasive low-frequency humming, rumbling, or droning noise not audible to all people. Hums have been reported in the United States, United Kingdom, New Zealand, and Canada, and are sometimes named accordingly to the locality where the problem has been particularly publicized, such as the Taos hum in New Mexico and the Windsor hum in Ontario. Wait, let me.
I feel like that shit. If I could hear that, that would like keep me up at night. Like it would feel like somebody's like always buying me. There's something.
That was bad.
I would hate that.
Many people ended up like leaving the towns that they lived in.
I would have to literally listen to something as I fell asleep every night. Like
there's a podcast episode about it. I'll send it to you guys.
Imagine just laying in your completely dark house, like just staring at your ceiling, and there's just this hum coming from some unknown location, not inside your house.
Yeah.
You're just staring at your ceiling,
right?
Dark house, just hum.
We're doing another one.
Oh yeah.
Of course we're doing another one, dude.
Good gravy, Ron. You're gonna work us to the bone.
You remind me of like, isn't there some phenomenon where like places off the East Coast will hear some like low frequency like from the ocean?
No, you might be thinking of the bloop. The blip?
Shut up.
The bloop?
You made that up.
No, I'm not kidding. The blip. Like, there was this frequency found really deep in the ocean. I think it was called the bloop. No, that's the blob. The bloop. The bloop was a powerful ultra-low frequency underwater of uncertain origin detected by the NOAA, National Ocean and Atmospheric Administration, in 1997.
I thought it was some theory that it was governments testing bombs.
Oh, I've never heard that.
I thought
People think it's a creature for some reason. People say the vocal cords had to be 3 times that of a whale. A blue whale, which is like the biggest one.
Yeah. That's wow.
Is the bloop a fish? Oh, the
Sounds
bloop
like a
was really
fish.
just an ice quake.
An ice quake?
The bloop. When you just look up the bloop and look at the first image that shows up.
The little
The
shark,
giant creature.
basking shark. Yeah,
It's so cute.
he is kind of funny. It's his eyeballs that kind of look like a nose hole.
My
Yeah.
gosh, that looks awesome.
What about the mermaids? Have you guys
Dude,
heard of those
I love-
mermaids?
What?
Mermaids?
What are they
mermaids?
called?
Real life
No.
mermaids?
Real life mermaids.
Yeah.
That's not you. Now you're really making shit up.
No, I'm not. Dude, pictures of real life mermaids that people Photoshop are always just really scary.
What are they like? Horrifying and grotesque.
Yeah, they look like aliens.
Hate that.
It's like they're not pretty sirens or women. They're big-eyed freaking aliens. I used to have tons of nightmares about big-eyed aliens and stuff. That just scares me so much.
Blobfish?
Was this before or after you got sucked up into that flying saucer?
A little while before that. I mean, since they put that thing in my nose,
I never really had
God.
nightmares about like creatures. I've always had nightmares about like either falling most of the time
I've had that.
Yeah.
or
that's
Oh, yeah, I think we all have.
or like an actual person who's gonna hurt me. Like a
I
you guys have
actually the
nightmares about
majority of the
driving?
nightmares I have I enjoy. I
Wow.
kind of like
All right, dude.
because nightmares for me what I can because I do have some nightmares that I don't like. That the ones I don't like are like when it's shit like I fail through school or something bad
I
happens.
hate
to
school.
me.
I have never really had school dreams.
Neither of us.
I've had
You're
many
lucky.
recently. But like when I have dreams of like a creature or something like that, or like a murderer, it's interesting to me because they're usually.
Dude, I hate it. I'm so freaking horrified.
I'd rather not talk about my nightmares right now because it's almost bedtime.
I've had two. I've had 2 nightmares about like a teacher that dies that I really like.
Oh my
and it's
god.
really sad.
Oh,
I had a
I have,
nightmare.
like,
No, here's like a good one that felt really real. I had a nightmare about this teacher I really like. He took the entire class, and Jackson, you're in this class. He took them like outside of Chicago, and he parked everyone on a parking garage. We all went up to the top of the parking garage, so to where we could see like Chicago on the skyline. And then he like launched a nuclear bomb that blew up Chicago.
What?
I don't know why it's so kind of esoteric and weird.
I used to have
But-
so many like repeating dreams when I was like much younger. Like I had this one that I had a lot where I was on the top of like a really tall building. Like think a building like a really skinny tall building, like in a
Wahlberg.
Tilted Towers building or something. With, like
Tilted
Towers.
with like a smooth tin or metal roof. And I just had socks on, and I'd just be sliding down this roof towards
That's
the
terrible.
edge, like without
Oh.
anything I could do. I also had another one where it was at my old house in the road, and I would like there would be a car coming like just fucking speeding down the road, and I'd try to like get out of the street, but every time I'd get close to the curb, I would just fall and like roll back into the middle of the road, and like
I
it would
hate
go on,
that.
and the car would be zooming towards me, but it would never reach me, and then I'd just eventually get scared and wake up.
That's so nervous.
I sort
I
of
don't
had
have
the
it.
same sort of repeating dreams, but it's not like the dream was repeating. It was the same ending. Like I'm running away from something, and for some reason I end up like jumping, and every jump gets higher and higher and higher and higher
Like-
until it's
like
so
Mario?
high that I'm going to fall and die on impact, and I wake up when I reach the ground.
No, I keep having like, there's these dreams that I have where like I climb up really tall ladder, and then it just starts falling backwards.
Oh my god,
Ah,
that's scary.
these
That's
are all so
scary.
similar in like the feeling that they would.
No, I
Yeah.
had this one like reoccurring nightmare when I was younger. Like it always like, I was like at a water park with like my family, I think, and then like at the end it would always be like the same exact thing. Like it was always the same dream, but it always scared me. I'd always wake up. It'd be horrible.
Yeah, I had this one reoccurring school dream that was really weird. It happened so it was like all the same concept, but it happened in different classes with different people, like real people that
Oh.
like were in my classes. And it was this thing. I had a lot when I was in intermediate school.
Oh wow.
And there would be like this sound, like this like frequency that would set everybody like into it's like almost like they were getting like shocked through their body. Like everybody would just like be in their chairs like shaking, like just completely
Ugh.
paralyzed by this sound. And then
Buzz.
everybody would release from it and like be like sweating and like barreled over on the floor. and it was like some like it felt like some like government like attack thing or something.
That's pretty
It
good,
was
like
creepy.
psychological
That's
horror. That would be a good
horrifying.
like
Yeah, it was
horror
fucking
movie.
scary.
You definitely
They
picked that up
actually
from a
save
movie
that.
when you were really young. That
I
is
don't know,
so.
possibly.
That would make an amazing movie. Like that's
It
a
would,
good
yeah.
kind of like
Like the whole
symbol of
class.
how tyrannical and draining school is. Like it's like a loud frequency, and
Yeah.
then when it's over, you're just
I had it a
completely
lot in
tired
math
and can't go
class
on.
repeatedly. Ryan, remember that one math class in what was it? 6th grade.
6th
You
grade?
know that teacher?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. The worst one.
Yeah.
We'll
the
call
worst
her
one. Yeah,
Mrs.
it was
Mole.
happening in that class a lot. Mrs. Mole.
Mole.
Oh, okay, that's actually a really good name.
I had a dream where we were driving like down my driveway to my house, and basically our car just like shot up into the sky, and I looked
Oh my
down, and
god.
like all around the road there were like snakes. So what would normally be like grass or forest was just snakes, and the
That's
car just like
disgusting.
dropped to the ground, was slowly falling, and I woke up right before the car hit the ground. It was like fucking.
Fucking scary.
I don't like
Dude,
that.
Stop giving my body ideas of nightmares to have the night, bro. Like,
All right,
Yeah.
let's think of some good dreams.
No wait, what was Marcus gonna say about Mrs. Mole?
Oh,
Is that the
it's
class
just-
that it happened in?
I had that one in that class a lot.
Uh,
Have you guys ever like
While you were
ever
sleeping in that
used to be
class, you mean?
scared of like fire alarms like in your house? Like,
Not
mine
really.
used to go off
Probably.
randomly all the time.
same. Mine
That
went
would
off
be
randomly
scary.
a
I
lot.
can
I remember
understand
one
being
time
scared by
it
that.
was like 3 a.m. and I was like trying to go to bed, and for some reason I was like I always used to be scared that like somebody's gonna break into my house, and just all of a sudden the fire alarms just go off like all throughout the
Oh,
house,
yeah.
and I just sat there fucking paralyzed, just laying in my bed like, oh my god, please. And it went on like that for like 10 minutes, and eventually they just turned off. And the thing is too, the fire alarms spoke like they were like, high carbon dioxide levels detected. Like they
That's
so
sucks.
scary.
That's what
That's
mine
awful.
do.
That is, yeah, that is
Yeah.
like that could kill you. That is.
I used to be so scared of like storms, like
Me too.
thunderstorms, because I was always scared of tornadoes happening. Because
Mm.
then one time we were driving home, like a long way from visiting some family, and there was a tornado watch in the area, and we had to like we were on the highway, so we had to find somewhere to pull off. There was a point where I looked behind and could see the tornado.
No.
It was far away because there was like nothing but fields around, but I could see it. We
Is this
ended up
real
having to
life?
pull off. Yes, this happened.
Oh my gosh.
We had to pull off and go into a hotel and like hide in the laundry room with all the rest of the people in the hotel
That sucks.
for like an hour.
How old were you?
I used
No, this was like 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh my god.
to be
Near
so
death stories.
scared.
Let's do that. That's a good topic.
Oh,
Near death stories.
I used to be so scared when I used to like get like Amber Alerts or like severe.
Oh yeah.
I got an
Last
Amber Alert
night,
today.
Power would go out.
Me too.
Yeah, we got an Amber Alert today. Yeah,
The
or
noise
if
is so
the
scary.
power would go out, that'd be so scary.
Oh
I have
yeah.
my alarm turned off though, so I don't hear them.
Oh yeah. You want to hear a near death experience?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, so I was on vacation in Guatemala. So this is
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
I remember this.
with
I think I
me, my
remember.
family, and a group of our friends' family. We were actually there visiting one of their friends that they knew in Guatemala. So we were staying at her house, and there was this like mountain, I guess, that she used to climb when she was a kid, and even her friends there too. Like their children climb it like by themselves. So we were all going to go to this mountain. So we start a climb at the bottom of the mountain. It's like really early and it's hot outside. It's like it's fuck, Guatemala. So we climb up to the top. There's not many people as we see down there. We see like a guy with a dog, and then we're coming our way back down, and we kind of get split apart into like, I don't know, like I think it's like 6 women, I'll say, like in the front, and then like I don't know, 5 men behind, so like 2 different groups. And we're coming up, and we get to like this patch where like they've kind of like gone around this corner of like trees, kind of like a little like out like a little like hallway, I guess, of trees, and they're all like standing still, and like we're coming up behind them, and they're all like with their hands like up in like their hair and stuff, and like they're like moving around, and we're like, what's up? And like one of the guys yells back, teeks. So we're like, oh, there's like ticks and stuff, and they're checking for ticks.
Oh my
'Cause
god.
One of the guys up there was super.
I remember
crazy
this
about
story
that.
now, bro. Oh.
Yeah. So we're like, oh, okay, let's get closer, see if they're all right. So we keep walking closer, and around the corner, this tree corner, comes a guy, and he has a mask on, and he's holding a pistol in his hand, and is pointing at everybody and demanding them to give them money, like dinero, whatever it is in Spanish. And as soon as he hears that, my dad realizes, oh shit, when he hears that word because he speaks Spanish. And I wasn't really paying attention, so I just continue walking towards this guy, and then I see his fucking gun. I'm like, oh shit, okay. So I just stand there, put my hands up. He comes by, he takes money, he takes phones. My parents didn't have any money because we were on a fucking hike, but like our had like, I don't know, $300 and got like $2,000 phones stolen from them. And then he's like, go on. All right, so we like go, and then we go to the cops, and they're like, there's nothing we can really do about that. You should have came to get us before you went on that mountain. And then we checked TripAdvisor later, and it was like, oh yeah, this happened to a lot of people. And we think that one of the guys with his dog was actually scouting before to like tell us.
Oh,
And apparently, it's Guatemala, it's a third world country.
right.
So apparently, if like you did like stand up and like attack that person, there's usually another person hiding in the trees to go down and accuse you of murder. So if you stand up and like
Wow.
attack that person or fight back, there's
That's
crazy.
so fucking scary.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
So yeah, we had some small children with us, so they were
Jesus,
pretty
trauma.
That's trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never went on vacation in a third world country.
It could have gone so much worse too, because like they thought it was like a group of like 6 women, and there's this group of 5 men coming up having no idea what's going on, just like walking in. Like that could have been so bad. They could have just like shot us.
Freaked out, yeah.
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 He was this huge like 6'4" guy. He was
Oh,
fucking tall
no.
as shit. He was
I-
wearing like, a full camo thing with like this camo like headscarf on, and like
Dude,
this
I
beat
would've-
up looking fucking gun. Oh my god, it was so.
I would've
stupid.
started-
I was imagining like a 3-foot guy with a really long mustache
He
and
was. I think he was like ex-military, because one of the guys we were with that was also ex-military said it was the same like uniform that he had when he was in the military.
That makes sense.
That's messed up.
Dude, I would have
That's
started
awesome.
crying.
That's
Yeah.
that's horrifying.
But dude, Guatemala is honestly just it's just a weird place to be in. There's always there's armed like military officers like all along the streets with like shotguns and AKs just standing
Jesus.
on the side of the street. Like there was this pickup truck full of 5 dudes with AKs, and our driver that was driving us honked at them because they were like a little bit in the street. And he fucking honked at them, and they just got out of the way. And we were like, dude, you just
Excuse
honked
me.
at 5
Sorry.
AKs.
Excuse
What
me,
the fuck?
armed shotgun men.
Oh
It was-
boy.
Armed shotgun
And
man.
also, there's like all these like propaganda signs everywhere. It's such a weird place
That's-
to be.
Oh.
Sorry for taking a long time with that.
No,
That was
no,
It's
interesting.
really
Story,
interesting.
yeah.
Yeah. Marcus
Um,
is like time in
Crazy.
Guatemala.
Mine isn't really
And
that
the government is
interesting.
so corrupt too.
Yeah.
A lot of
Like,
South Central
yeah,
American
there was like
governments
this
are
one,
corrupt.
there was like these 2 people running for presidents that had these signs like all along the streets, and one of them was his father was like the old president, or I don't know what it is, whatever the fuck you call it, who was involved in like a government coup or whatever the fuck it's called.
Oh my
where they
god.
fought against to destroy to overthrow the governments. It's like, oh
Right.
yeah, it's great. These are the people that are up for election in this country.
Ugh.
Mine isn't nearly as exciting. Just one time, similar to Jackson, my mom and I were driving through a tornado, and I don't remember this as well as she does, but she told me like after the fact, a power line pole had like fallen right behind our car, and apparently she felt like the bump of it and everything. I was probably like 10 or 12. But I seriously don't remember it. But apparently it was a really close call.
Ugh.
Jeez.
Mm.
I don't think I've
Remember
ever
when that,
really...
that power line fell right in front of your house and you couldn't leave for like a week?
was that a power line or a tree?
Or was it a tree?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was a tree. That was like 3 days. Yeah. My mom called me in the middle of class, and she said a power line fell in front of our house, and I went, "Excuse me?" And
Oh
she
my-
said a tree fell on a power line in front of our house, and I'm like, oh, okay.
That
What
happens
do you want
like
me to do with that
literally.
information?
Oh, what do you want me to do about that?
yeah.
My actually, is there anyone who wants to tell a story before me? They can go ahead.
Gavin, Ryan?
I don't
I'm
really.
good for
I've never really had
yeah.
a near-death
I don't
experience.
think so.
Oh, you're so privileged.
Same,
I'm trying to
same
think.
that.
I had the baseball
Same-
hucked at my chest, and it was like,
yeah.
oh, your heart
Oh,
could have
that was-
stopped.
Oh my
Yeah, you-
god.
Baseball
remember
at
that.
5,000 miles an hour hit you in
I
the
remember
chest.
that. You had a
Bruise on
really
your
bad
chest,
bruise.
holy fuck.
Yeah, I was pitching at a baseball
5,000
practice. This wasn't even a game, and
That's nice.
the kid is older than me, and he hits it back at me, and it hits me square in the chest, like directly, and
Yeah.
I don't like fall
You
to the
feel your
ground or
heart stop?
anything. No. But I freak out. I don't freak out, but I like hop around a little bit because it hurts so bad, and I'm like wheezing because I'm completely out of breath. And then I
Yeah.
get like taken over to the nurse, and then I hang out there, ice my chest, and then I go to the ER, and they do all this. I don't know, like the electrical, like checking your
They hook you
electrical.
up
Yeah,
to
yeah, that.
wires. They stick a wire in your butt.
No, they put a bunch of like,
That's
you
nice.
know, the pads with wires on me. And then they're
In your
like,
butt.
so, a
Okay.
couple things. The thing with the tip of your sternum could have happened. I just crashed the truck a little. You know, so something bad with my sternum could have happened, or if it was different, like if it hit my heart could have stopped.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's
Because,
a
you know, your
yikes.
heart's not
Yeah,
dead
I
center in
think
your chest.
I have a relatively good
The baseball
amount
was,
of like
though.
scary stories like that. Like at my house one time, it was same people that I went to Guatemala with. They're just fucking bad luck. Holy shit. Actually, where they were at our house, so it was like me, like their 2 kids, me and my sister, so like 4 kids, and we were all sitting at our kitchen table at my old house, and it's a pretty bad, like it's pretty windy outside, it's like raining, and my mom is like watching all of us, and she looks at the window, and she just looks out, and there's a tree falling directly towards us, and this tree lands directly at the window, and it's close enough to tear the screen, but didn't break the window, didn't hit our house, anything. It tears the fucking screen of the window, and nothing else besides that. We were sitting right behind the window.
Yeah, that thing I said about you not getting past 16, that might
Yeah.
be more likely now.